Hello fellow AVs, welcome to Let's Play Creeper Shooting. Now, this is probably one of the worst Flash games you've probably seen being played. So, the premise of this game is you have this cannon up here, and you have, I don't know, this red planet, I guess, whatever, this line wall, and you have creepers that are coming to attack it. So you have to shoot them before they do. Or, let's not say creeper, let's say like green-faced things. I don't know. And they move at high speeds and, whoops, I right-click stuff. It's so choppy. I'm trying to play watching it on the, oh, my phone's ringing. Oh well. So to the side, I'm not going to show you yet, but there's kind of an option to slow them down, so I'll quickly make that option present, and some of you may know what this is just because you saw that, but now they're moving slower. Now it's much easier. As you can see, I'm having a easier time shooting these creepers, but I will still lose lives, and they will eventually attack a planet, and I will lose eventually. And I can click to restart, and this is probably one of the most basic games you've seen, kind of like tower defense kind of thing, but what I'm about to show you is that it is indeed completely my creation. So if I'll remove that for a second and bring this up. This game is a game that I programmed all by myself, well, with the education of some peers, all by myself yeah, it's just a game I programmed by myself. Before I didn't have lives and score, like there's V1.2 and I did stuff. So this is written completely in JavaScript. All mine. It's only 72 lines of code. I don't need a 73rd line. And it just goes to show that you can make a lot of things from programming. How can I best put this? It's my senior year. I'm about to graduate in 3 more days, and I'm going into computer engineering. So I have this one friend, an awesome friend, who showed me how to program and stuff. We did a robotics competition and stuff. If you've heard of the bot ball tournament, we came in 3rd place for our citywide one. But anyway, from that like knowledge and stuff, in learning to program, I made this game. Now, a lot of you out there probably can see how basic this is in the programming. There's a whole bunch of preset functions that you can use for the program. I'm not going to go too in-depth about the programming, but this is something I enjoy, like learning all these nitpicky numbers about a game and stuff. As you can see, like velocity it pretty much controls the speed of this thing, but like if you go down here, velocity, var stands for variable. It means velocity is a variable. I made it so every time you where was it? Shoot one, the velocity changes 5 to 7. It's how fast the pixels are moving. I don't know. And the enemy, this is what one creeper face is, so like I could just change this around and basically paint my own enemy going across. But let's run through this just because. So we have some preset variables that I have for the first run. So this is moving at velocity 3, and it'll stay that way until like I shoot it or miss. And enemy plus y stands for the position of the enemy, like y coordinate and then x coordinate. I start it from 50 to 350, a random number, so it can start from up or down on the thing. Enemy position x is always 0 because we start here and then we go right towards the planet. And I might change it to go left and right, but this is just a small project I did. This is my first Flash game I ever made. Keep that in mind. I should probably put that in the title. Then we have the var draw equals function. I don't know a lot what this is, but I remember when I wrote this, it just keeps kind of repainting the scene with the new updated like velocity, etc., etc. So since it's also part of the scene, I decided to put like the red planet. The triangles here are the small cannons you see on the side right here and right here. The enemies, this is basically what one creeper faces relative to enemy position X and enemy position Y. Reticle movement, the circle is an ellipse that I just made with outlined with red, and it follows wherever mouse is, mouse X and mouse Y. preset program or preset functions in the interface. The shooting interface. So if the mouse is pressed, it creates a line. So it's like you're shooting the laser. As you can see, like the orange lasers on screen. If mouse is pressed and all of these other conditions are met, these conditions basically say, hey, whatever the enemy is painted at, if you shoot wherever the enemy paint is, then we'll change the speed of the next enemy and restart the enemy to be at a random position somewhere at 0, or somewhere at x equals 0 and y equals somewhere random here. And then also, I didn't have this before, but I was showing a few of my peers this game. They said it was pretty fun, and I asked for their feedback. They said a score system would help, and then another one said a live system. So here's the score for every one you hit when it starts a new enemy. It adds 1 to the score here. Movement and acceleration. I used to have acceleration, so like it started off slow, then it went fast, but the screen is only so small that it kind of is a bit weird to see the acceleration. And my coding here is a bit messed up. Let me just clean that up. So if enemy position is greater than 450, 450 is off the screen. This is actually a 400 by 400 grid. But if it passes that, then you lose 1 life. So like lives, I preset at 3, but we can choose to give someone more lives here. Lives equals lives minus 1 basically means you lose 1 life. And then we restart the enemy at position X. And actually, now that I think of it, I should do this. Because every time you kill an enemy, it just resets position X. I also should reset position Y, which is why, actually, let's show you. Before, if I missed an enemy, it just stayed on the same row so I can prepare. And I'm only realizing this now. I should reset it so now, if I miss an enemy, it can be anywhere. Let me just show a better example. See, it can be anywhere if I miss it. Yep, new update means v1.3. Now, what else? If lives equals 0, then you just set, I could have wrote any icon. I didn't have to write enemy position, but I made it say you lose, click me to restart, me as in the creature. I could just put a different message. I could put a restart button, whatever I wanted, but I thought this was appropriate because what happens is when it says click me to restart, I didn't find out a way yet, but, well, actually, yeah. So, how can I put it? If it was a restart button, I would reset the lives to 3 and score to 0. But, because I made it an enemy, I set it to score equals minus 1. In version 1.1 of the game, I completely messed up. So what I realized is you can actually hold the mouse in my game, and then the enemy will get hit by it like it's a continuous laser, even though I had like first envisioned the game to be you click each time. But the first version of the game I had, when this thing was here and sometimes it wouldn't restart because of a bug in my code, you could just hold it and then it would keep shooting that one and your score would go to like 10 million. But I've updated the game since then and we're good. So I'll put the link in the description if you want to try this. But this is my first Flash game, and I guess this is going to reinvigorate Flash Fridays for my channel. If you like this, well, first of all, I'd like to thank someone by the name of Garfi Chu for teaching me to program. It's going to help a lot in my college career, and if he's watching this, thanks. Secondly, I'd like to, well, I don't want to say thank, but Khan Academy, good resource. You probably hear it from a lot of your teachers, but you can learn a lot from it. And I'm a bit sick, my voice is... That's my voice. But, yeah. So if you guys make pretty cool things learning from Khan Academy, send it to me. I'll play it maybe for Flash Fridays or whatever it may be. If you like this video, comment, rate, and subscribe, yada, yada, yada. And this is another Flash Fridays with Kawaiivee. Start programming.